Hey guys, I did a different video to put up on the page, but it does not want to work for me. So since it doesn't want to work for me, I gotta redo this. I went on here talking about basically life, but I gotta redo the video again. But where I left off was talking about my gun. So unless you're 21 and old enough to buy a gun and to have a gun, you probably shouldn't even be watching this unless your guardian or parent is around. Period. Like, I don't give a fuck. Alright, so this is my gun. Hold on 1 second. My computer likes to go out and pause with little bubbles. I don't know what I'm doing because I can't see myself. So I didn't know the light sucked, so give me 1 second. And I unplugged this shit. Damn it. That was just fine. Alright. Now I'm up and running. Alright. So I'm going to review the other video and then I'll redo a video based on the other video. But this video, I'm going off of the last video about the gun part. So like I said, if you're not old enough to own a gun or be around a gun, turn this video off. Alright. I'll give you time to turn the video off. But I updated some stuff. I hope you guys like what I updated. Though I haven't been on here in a while. Basically, I showed y'all a picture of the celebration of me getting out of the army with Jennifer and my sister. And what's sad, I've drank like 2 or 3 times before this. But I'm just now barely feeling tipsy. In the other videos, I was sober as hell. Alright, so I'm going to give you a description or whatever of my gun. It's a car CW40. And it took me like a month to get used to like loading it. It was really hard to do. I couldn't even hardly cock it back because it was brand new. And by it being brand new, it's if you guys never really like dealt with handguns and you get one and it's brand new and the spring is new, that's the hardest part. That's the reason you can't really cock it back. Being a female, whatever. So, yeah, it was really hard for me to even try and do this. That looked real easy. Now, used to, I'd be like, and I couldn't even pull it back. But what I'm doing, I'm going to turn the computer so you guys can see. Because normally I clean it like every day, every other day. Right now I'm just oiling it up. I oiled it up 3 times before this a little bit. Which is good, but it's bad because the oil will make dirt and loosen the dirt to where it's even worse. But after I do this right here, after I did it like 2 or 3 times, and it's still kind of hard, as if you see I'm like that. So I'm going to put more oil on it. Then when I clean it, I'm going to just like wipe it down. And if I gotta wipe it down a lot in order for it to be clean, then I'm gonna re-roll it up. Because in order to clean this weapon, this gun, oh, and it is unloaded, by the way. Always make sure the gun is unloaded. As you see, there is nothing in there. Nothing at all. No bullets at this point in time. I'm trying to like get it in the camera. It's really hard to do. I think I got it. Yeah. Alright, so as you see, there is not loaded. There's nothing in it. So, in order to clean it, you have to push this out. You have to take something under here. You have to pull it out. But in order to pull it out, you have to have it cocked backwards. I will show you. So now I'm backwards on the computer. But you have to do that. And then start to knock the pin out a little bit to loosen up right there. And then once it kind of moves and like it ain't moving no more, then you have to push it back until you hear that click and then start hitting it out. So it's really hard to do, especially for me on my own, because I am so small. In order to like do that by myself, usually I have somebody help me, or I use my feet to hold the weapon. Don't even ask. But yeah, it's a lot of work for somebody my size to do that with a brand new gun. If it's an older gun, it's easy because the spring is used to being adjusted back and forth. But on a new gun, it can be somewhat difficult. So this is how I oil it when it gets hard to do this. See, as far as back as it really goes, unless I'm sitting here like this. So this may or may not be the right way, but remember, after I do this, I'm still going to wipe it down, go over it. If it's too much dirt, then I'm just going to re-clean everything, and if not, then I'm just going to wipe it down and redo it. So I'm blocking it like I showed y'all before. I'm going to use this oil. Normally I use spray-on oil with a spray can, so it divides equally. But tonight, I've used this. Because you can just take it like that and push that up. It's kind of like lighter fluid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to touch bases between here, here, and in there. So that way this part right here is easier to slide, and I'm probably going to touch bases back here. But don't do this and think that you cleaned your weapon, because it's not correct. I'm just doing this because I'm small. Always make sure the weapon is unloaded. So I'm putting it there, letting it go down. It's going through the crevices right there. And then I'm going to do it right there. And then, like I said, I'm going to go back in here. But be careful, because your fire pin is back there and you don't really want to get nothing on your fire. So what I'm going to do is touch bases along this lines right here and right there. Not up here. Do not put it up there. And you close this. And as you see, there is still no clip in it. No nothing. Then I'm going to take this, I'm going to push it. Then I'm going to do this. pretty slick. So I gotta do it like this. And I'll show y'all what I'm doing. Then what I normally do is I'm about to take this part right here. I'm about to slide this back, take this part until it locks right there. And then let it sit for a little bit so the spring is used to getting back that far. Then I will push this down to make the weapon just like it is right now. Let it sit for a second, and then I will do this again. Anywhere from 5 to 10 different times, and then I would lock it back in from here to here and let it set. And I'll do that repeatedly for about 30 minutes off and on. So locked, and then that's when I told you guys I do this number. And then I do this again. Backwards. Gotta let you guys. And then that's when I do this again. Then I let it sit for a while. After I let it sit for a little bit, then I do it all over again. And then before I go to sleep, next to me, but before I go to sleep, I will make sure it's locked back identical to this. And I will put it on this. And when I lay it down, I make sure this part right here where all the dust and particles can go through, in this area right here, I'll make sure that's face down. So your weapon looks like this. So it's less of a risk for it to be in there, though dirt and stuff will still apply to this weapon. And usually I'll leave it like that overnight. And yeah, if I was to need the weapon, then we'll go back to this. Load it. Pack it back. And then do what I need to do. But that's only if it's a life risk situation. Because Colorado state law is if anybody comes through your house with your door locked and you're asleep or you're in your household period with your door locked and it's a trespasser, and your life was threatened, you're allowed to kill them on the spot in your own household. It's going to make my day law. But other than that, I just do what I showed y'all previously, like this. And I leave it like that all night, with this side facing down on a piece of foam, to where the spring can get adjusted. Once the spring is adjusted, it's easily to move back for you without oil or that much oil, and good to go. But I do that until it's used to doing. I think I used too much oil showing you guys this video because it's actually coming through this part right here where the trigger is, and I'm gonna have to re-clean it probably. But so then that's how you would do it so your weapon is able enough for you to do what you gotta do with it. That's the only reason I'm allowed to show you guys this video, and I'm allowed to cock it back and do what I do. Thanks. You guys enjoy your night.